He just got approved for $160,000 in business credit, and he did it without showing any financials or tax returns. In this video, we're going to break it down step by step. So a day ago, I posted in our Facebook group that I'm going to do a video which can be a deep dive on how one of my students got $160,000 last week in business credit. We had a lot of people that are interested in this case study. I can't wait to jump right in. Let's go ahead and dive in. So the person that got approved for this business credit is a guy named Ed. Ed is a coaching student of mine. And we have a lot to go into today as far as steps that he took, step by step on how he got approved. Before I dive in with the steps that he took, I want to share a quick disclosure with you. I can't give legal or tax advice. Okay, so back to Ed. First thing that Ed did when he came to us is we gave him this coaching document. And inside the coaching document, fills it out so that we get a feel for who he is. I've blocked out some of the personal information, but you can see that he came to us with an LLC formed in Georgia in the year 2009. And one of the first things that he needed to do was get set up with his local listings. So if I go back to the coaching document, I can see that there's a lot of steps that we suggest that that you do as a coaching student, including setting up a traditional business landline. It can be Freedom Voice, which is this service here. It could also be Ring Central, or it could be like an old school landline phone. It's just, you don't really want to run an entire business that's getting business credit off of a cell phone. You should have a separate phone number for your business with voicemail. Once you have that phone number set up, then you can use services like Moz Local, for example, where you can go there and list your name of your business, phone number for your business, and the address of your business out on the internet. And what will happen is data aggregators, which are basically just resources online that will take that information and kind of spread it out to where it needs to go to, like the 411 database, Yellow Pages, Super Pages, all the important places you need your business to be found. If you skip some of these steps, you're going to have a lot harder of a time getting approved for business credit. The next was DMB. So Dun & Bradstreet obviously is where we get our DUNS number, and the free DUNS number is fine, or you could pay to expedite it to get it. If you go to dmb.com, you actually click login and view manage my company report, and this is actually where you can get started and actually fill in business information to get your login for Dun & Bradstreet. So one of the first things that he needed to do was you need to see where you're at, right? You need to, it's like you go see a doctor, you got to do the x-ray, you got to check your weight, your vitals, all that stuff. So when you're getting business funding and you're working with us as a coaching student, we need to know where you're at. So you go into Dun & Bradstreet, now you have access to your business credit report. Now we know where you are, so we can give you steps on where you need to get to. And then secondly is NAV. NAV is a company that also tracks and monitors business credit report scores. We like the NAV Prime account, and it's going to help you boost your business Experian and your business Equifax score, as well as track and monitor those two scores. Those are basically the three areas that you want to look at: Dun & Bradstreet and Experian business and Equifax business. So the way that you track and monitor those scores is you get your DMB login and then you get your NAV login. Now we want to boost up the business and personal credit scores. So we'll start with the business credit scores. The service that Ed got is called, one of the first ones he got after the NAV Prime account is eCredible. eCredible is a good program to get because it'll help you boost up your business credit score. They have a plan for as little as $19.95 a month, and it's a good program. They are consistently reporting and boosting up your business credit score. Then he went for net 30 vendors. I'll pull that up for you guys in just a second. We have a whole database of net 30 vendors that we work with. If you want to copy this resource, just let us know. And we use traditional net 30 vendors like Quill and Uline, but also some gas cards and other options as well, like eCredible. These are services that you could use to quickly boost up your business credit score. If you don't know what I'm exactly talking about, all of this is included in our training. So if you go to bcwcoaching.com, you can click Get Your Case Study Now, and you actually give your email. On the next page, watch a quick video, and you can apply for coaching. You set up a call to chat with us about coaching. Once you're inside of coaching, you actually get access to all of our training. And one of our trainings is If you're brand new, it's the first 7 steps of obtaining business credit. So we have our new ebook here, as well as the 7-step training videos on like how to create your company, but also how to get ready, how to boost up your business credit score, how to work with local banks and community banks, and all of that. Once you're a little bit more advanced, or maybe you're already ahead of others, there's mastery programs inside of coaching that are a lot more advanced as well. So wherever you are, that's where we meet you when you join coaching. Of course, for the purpose of this video, I'm going from A to Z of what we did with Ed, but we used Net 30 vendors, or he used the Net 30 vendors to boost up his business credit score. We then look at your personal credit score, because even though business credit won't reflect on your business credit profile, right? It is separate. It's 2 separate scoring models. The bank, when you're getting unsecured and no-doc business lines of credit, they do look at the business and personal credit score of you or your partner, whoever's applying for the business credit. I won't go into too much detail. I have a lot of training on how to boost up your personal credit score very quickly, including improving your personal credit utilization and cleaning up any negative items and things like that. But that is something that we do a deep dive on to get your personal credit score where it needs to be, as well as I mentioned earlier, business credit score. All right, so now comes kind of like more of the juicy stuff, right? So networking and finding the best point of contacts at banks. When you join coaching, he gets access to training on how to find local community banks and credit unions, a list of the banks that a lot of students have had success with. Also, you get access to local community banks and credit unions in your state. So if you don't know this, we've interviewed over 4,200 banks all across the country, including whatever state you're in, and we find which banks are the top lending banks for small business owners, what programs they offer, and if they offer no-doc program. A lot of them offer programs that are friendly for startup businesses, meaning you don't have to show tax returns or financials. Some of the banks actually allow you to and expect you to make projections if you are a startup business, and they'll lend you based off of, in part, the projected revenue that you have. Ed started to work with, like, there's one of these banks is Truist Bank, right? So let's pull up Truist Bank. So there's been some chatter in the Facebook group recently about Truist Bank. They're a portfolio lender. They're in a good lending mood. They've expanded recently and acquired some other banks. These are good signs of why you would want to work with a bank, right? Here's a very important piece. So I hope you zoom in here, please. Pay attention to this part. Your point of contact matters almost as much as the bank you're working with. So one of the things that Ed learned is that the first bank or branch he reached out to and the first person he spoke to at Truist Bank wasn't very helpful. They didn't even know that they offered a no-doc business line of credit. Now, Ed eventually got approved for the no-doc business line of credit. If he had just listened to what the first person said when he called, he wouldn't have been able to apply for it because they didn't even know it existed. And having the right point of contact is extremely important, because some people might be working at the bank, it's just a job to them, it's not their career, and they don't even know about what programs that they offer. Whereas if you find someone that's been working at the bank for many years and they're very small business focused and they know their product very well, they know the underwriting department, they've had conversations with them, then they know how to get you approved, they know how to advocate for your approval, and they also know what programs they actually have. So it's super important to find the right point of contact at these banks when you're looking to get approved for business credit. Next, he applied, and not every bank he heard back from, not every bank he got approved for. But he did get approved for, I put $160,000, it was actually $170,000 when I tallied it up. So he got approved for more than $160,000 in business credit as a result of following this process. He's already started to buy, and he actually already closed on a property where he bought real estate using business credit. Real estate's going to help him increase his cash flow and increase his net worth. Some people, like myself, for example, can even boost up your personal credit score by transferring your debt from you to your business. And now the personal credit doesn't show in your personal credit report, so your scores go up. So there's a lot of benefits to business credit. Especially because the approvals you get are higher. There's really no limit to how much funding you can get. A lot of these banks, they're offering unsecured business lines of credit and business credit card. You can continue to apply for more and more funding. I always tell people, make sure it can be a double-edged sword, right? Make sure you don't take on more than you can handle and try to use that money to boost up your revenue and your sales and acquire good debt. I'll share with you some of the banks that he got approved with. One of them, BHG Money. We just did a review about this bank on our blog. This is one of the lenders that Ed looked at working with. He did get approved from this bank. For this lender. It was a soft pull. He got $40,000 with them. He actually did not accept the loan. One of the other approvals that he got was PNC Bank. PNC Bank, I'll show you guys real quick. They offer a no-doc business line of credit up to $75,000, but they also offer business credit cards. And if we look at some of their business credit cards, we can see that some of these business credit cards have 0% for up to a certain time period. Like it could be 13 months or whatever it is. When you start getting approvals, it's up to you. You could take all the money or you could be a little bit more strict with what you approved, because now, as a result of following this process, you have options. You have multiple approvals. So he actually did get a $25K business credit card from PNC and a $40K business line of credit with PNC. So you got a total of $65,000 from PNC in business credit, no doc, didn't have to show tax returns or financials and all of that, which was cheaper than the option that he got from BHG Money. And he got a whole bunch of other approvals. He got another $40K combo business line of credit / business credit card. It's a combination card. It's kind of unique. He got another $25K no doc business line of credit as well. And he'll do multiple rounds of funding. Go out there and get the business funding that you deserve.